I'll clean the rest of these tombstones first.
I'm also cleaning these dirty balls. This is the Waffle Bros. I'm Corwin.
And I'm Uko.
And today we are going to be playing some PowerWash Simulator Halloween edition. And there's like gargoyle cats. Gargoyle cats. You must clean the pussy. Always clean the pussy.
I mean, obviously.
We get to kick off with immediate wet pussy right at the beginning of this video.
Don't power wash your pussy.
No, that's not a good idea. That's not a good idea at all. Just like for monetization, purposes, it might not be a good idea to start off the video talking about, wet pussy, but it's Halloween and we're doing whatever we want. It's Halloween and we do what we want. It's just a play on words.
Look at how shiny this pumpkin is.
Are you pumping the king? Are you pumping the king? I don't know how big this map might be, so we could be here for a while, which means that I'm probably going to say something or perhaps even multiple extremely degenerate things in this video. But
strap yourselves down.
Strap
folks.
yourselves on and get ready for it. I mean, look, we're starting out cleaning off the gates here because the PowerWash Simulator, the Power Washer is kind of like an enema at the gates, if you know what I'm saying. An enema at the gates.
We already said not to power wash the pussy.
We do have access to the triple banger shocker nozzle, so that's good. That's good. I don't know if there was a Halloween costume.
The third one.
I don't really know if there was one, but I couldn't find it. So I did put on my Halloween power washer thing, the skin for the power washer.
If I had been gonna go, that's grammatical. If I had been going to go to a Halloween party, I might have considered dressing up as the regular power washer.
That makes sense. That makes sense. I don't know what I would go as right now as a Halloween costume. I mean, I've always wanted to go as the Doom guy. That's something, and you could be a Pinky Demon and run around trying to eat me.
Oh my God!
That's what it is.
Horrifying.
That's what we could do.
I like it.
You could be
no. We could go as original Pinky Demon and Doom 3 Pinky Demon.
And then I could, at the end of the night, rip off the Pinky Demon tail and beat you with it like you do in the Glory
in Doom
Kill.
2016, yeah. I like the Doom 2016 Pinky Demon best, really.
I agree.
It's good.
I have a fond spot for a soft spot. I have a fond spot. I promise I'm not Halloween drunk, okay? I promise I'm not Halloween drunk or Halloween high or anything like that. I have a soft spot and fond memories of the Pinky Demon in Doom 3. Because it was sort of made up like a, as opposed to just being your granddaddy's Pinky Demon, it was like a mini boss kind of thing, and it was supposed to be scary.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, is that I have the most fond memories of the original, but I think that the 2016, the reason why it's objectively the best is because it sits in the middle between something that's kind of goofy and something that's actually scary.
Also, you can rip its tail off and beat it to death with it. I mean,
exactly. That's fun for the whole family.
Exactly. Ripping tail and kicking ass. That's more like if Duke Nukem were the protagonist of Doom. Which I do believe there are mods for Doom where you both play as Duke Nukem, and also a mod that's supposed to be really good where you play as Caleb from Blood.
Yeah,
and we've been intending to play that.
We're going to play that
for some time. We are going to play that. It's
we're also at some point.
We're just lazy, bro.
We need to finish the new Doom maps.
Yes,
because we were doing that.
Yes, we do. I'd kind of forgotten about that, and we'd been going wild playing stuff like Soylent Hill and whatnot. Okay, I've almost finished cleaning the gate. Uko was like, I'm not going to spend all this time E1M1ing at the gates of hell. I'm going to get all up in there and start cleaning the house.
Because
dude, it's got like Halloween Christmas lights, which means that the Christmas creep has made it into Halloween. Okay, you know what there should be, though? I don't mind, quote-unquote, Christmas creep. If you're not aware of what Christmas creep is, it's how, like, every year they start showing the Christmas commercials earlier, and they start playing that Mariah Carey song earlier and all of that stuff. And to me, though, what I think when I hear the words Christmas creep is about, I don't know, some sort of like some sort of serial killer or something.
Oh,
he's the Christmas creep.
Yeah.
And he
As
creeps
in
around.
creeper, yeah.
Yeah. He creeps around and attacks you on Christmas. And then, like,
He knows when you're sleeping.
he knows when you're sleeping, he knows when you're awake, and you won't be awake for much longer because he's gonna tie you up and choke you to death with Christmas lights and your own
no,
underwear.
He ties you up, and then you watch as he slowly sucks on a candy cane till it's a dagger point, and then ventilates your lungs. This is messed up right here.
I think Tales of the Christmas Creep should become like an open source horror thing, kind of like SCP.
I agree with that. Look, if I haven't seen some horror movie where somebody does exactly what I said, then that's kind of cool because I came up with it, you know, independently.
I mean, that's some shit that should happen in the sequel to that Violent Night movie.
Yes.
That's what.
That was
by
such
the
a
way,
good
Uko
movie.
and I watched that. We got together with the family and we
Watched
watched
that last
Violent
year.
Night. And
David
that
Harbour
was
is
pretty
awesome.
dope. That's pretty dope.
I mean, David Harbour is like my spirit animal already.
Yeah, old Sheriff Hopper over here, and he's all like, "Sheriff Hop on these nuts." He doesn't say that. Okay,
No.
he doesn't say that. Clean the jackhole lanterns. Clean the jackhole lanterns. I demand it. I demand it, sir. Get on over here and wash these dirty gourds. Yep.
Putting the pump in pumpkin.
And I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure this is made with some of the same materials as the stuff in the Alice thing. Doesn't it?
Oh, yeah, they got
doesn't
it
this,
from- They got
this
it from
cauldron
the-
here.
Yeah, they got it from the Caterpillar's yard sale or whatnot.
The Caterpillar's fuck sale. You see, this is something. Okay, I'm about to get very talking about the sort of minutia video game sort of stuff. There are a lot of people who weirdly respond negatively when video games reuse assets, and that's something I just don't understand. I like when video games reuse
Here's
assets.
the thing. You
And the
gotta
reason
make
why I
the,
like it is because it means video games release quicker. That's why I like it.
Yeah,
I
you got to
like
make
more
the
gaming.
distinction. You got to make the distinction between assets and content.
You know,
As long
you're not
if you're
wrong.
making new content and it's making people happy,
You're not
then
wrong.
it doesn't matter what assets create that.
And like,
content.
what's the point in remaking a model of a computer or something? Every single time you release a sequel to
that's
Assassin's
what I was
Creed
gonna
79
say,
or
is that
whatever.
if your obsession with making all new assets makes sure that you can make less content in a year, then you are doing it wrong.
Yup, I agree with that completely. This witch hat, it has a buckle. It has a buckle on it. Well,
Historically inaccurate.
yes, sir. It is true that apparently the only reason why we think of old-timey people having buckles on hats is because when Victorian people started like drawing the people of the past, they were like, you know what would make people from the past look really stupid is if they like had buckles everywhere, because
They
that
didn't
seems
have
like
zippers and
old-timey
laces.
as
Well, they
opposed
didn't have
to buttons
they
and zippers and shit
they
like
just
that.
invented the zipper basically that
Yup.
year, you know.
Little did they know that eventually, like, 99.999% of all zippers would be made by one company in Japan.
Yep.
It's true, man.
It also almost seems to me like maybe Queen Victoria was horrified at zippers, thinking it would lead to impropriety because of easily removed clothing.
Yeah.
That might be a myth. I could just imagine her saying, "If we had had zippers, we would have had 35 children."
Look, the easier it is to remove your clothing, the better, for all sorts of reasons.
Oh yeah.
All sorts of reasons. And I mean, the thing is, if I were a Victorian woman, I'd be even more interested in being able to quickly get out of my clothing, because Victorian women's garments
They were killing
like,
them, yeah.
if you suddenly needed to take a shit and you were a Victorian woman, the odds had to have been like upwards of 70% that you would just shit yourself.
You're gonna load your bustle.
Yeah.
What do you think they were for?
And then you're bustling along to the bathroom and you don't make it in time. And then for some reason they want you to pay money to be able to use the shitter because England is like that. I don't know why. Man.
It's two farthings. It's two farthings and a tuppence to use me hole.
I'm not hating on
Let
England.
me rephrase that.
I'm not hating on England here. America, we do weird shit too.
Oh,
Everybody sees it. Okay, everybody sees the weird shit we do in America land. Especially thanks to Florida
There's more jack-o'-lantern. There's a giant pumpkin over here. Let's wash it.
Okay, I'm finishing cleaning this like apothecary fuck hut before I come over here.
It's like the witch equivalent of a tiki bar.
Yup. Wait. Do you think she freezes her slushies by putting them between her tits? Because the whole thing would be
cold as a witch's
colder
tit.
than a witch's tit or whatever. Yeah, that's that. Can we get inside? Or I could probably just clean the underside. That's what it is. Got to clean the witch's underside because it's dirty. Okay, let's go clean this. It is a gigantic pumpkin. They do exist. I'm moving this thing over here, so but we will clean. It's a house. That's not a real pumpkin. It's just a house. Like maybe somebody turned a pumpkin into a house. Okay.
Yeah, it started
maybe
as
that,
a
like Peter
Where's your
Brown or
Halloween
whatever
spirit?
that guy's name is. Put it in resin. That's his name, right? Peter Brown.
Yes.
Yeah, he put it in resin
and stabilized it.
Stabilized it. Exactly. I mean, I saw some video with some YouTubers I'd never heard of not too long ago, and it's one of those things where whenever you get into some area of YouTube that you don't know about, that just isn't your area of YouTube, you'll see some YouTuber and you're like, I've never seen this person ever, but they have like 70 bajillion subscribers. And it's just it's just kind of weird. You would think that you would have heard of somebody with that many subscribers,
well,
but
perfect example is.
But they had encased a jack-o'-lantern. In resin and tried to preserve it, but it was
saw
sweating.
That on your feed. It was
and they got Nile Red to try to help them. And the thing that was interesting about it. The thing that was interesting about it is like Nile Red told them things to do, and then they didn't appear to actually follow through on most of what he said.
Well, what they did is they got Nile
Red is a fucking champion, okay? I mean, now, I say he's a champion, but I also wouldn't be surprised if one day I hear that, he ends up getting like super cancer from,
I was going to say.
Creating ultimate cancer cookies or something like that.
I was going to say that I would call him YouTuber Jesus, except that he didn't die for our sins. He died for his sins. So it's not really helping us,
So, yeah, I hope that Nile Red is taking all of the precautions. That's all I gotta say. Is I hope he's taking.
We cleaned it.
We haven't cleaned the stem. Okay. This stem, it just kind of something looks a little bit wrong about it. You know what I'm saying?
You could hollow it out and make it. It
looks a bit.
Dude,
penis-y.
No, you could hollow it out and make it into a fierce bong.
Like a really fucked up penis, but a penis nonetheless. More pumpkins. More pumpkins. You gotta pump the pumpkin if you know what I'm saying.
This joke has probably been made a lot, and people probably do it. But in my humble opinion, the scariest jack-o'-lantern to just put out on your porch is just a pumpkin with one hole drilled in it.
Yep, and then just what looks like something oozing out of it.
Yeah.
See, when I hear "in my honest opinion," I think about how it gets abbreviated to "I'm ho."
Yeah, and then
that
not
makes
a lawyer.
me think about the abbreviation for "I'm not a lawyer," which is "I anal."
And then in parentheses, this is not a contract.
Yup.
You got to put that every time. I mean, I'm not a lawyer, but I will put that every time.
Well, here's the thing. As they say, lawyers, when it comes to billing people anyway, they're pitching, not catching when it comes to the anal. That's just,
yeah, it is what it is.
You're going to get fucked. But I mean, look, I respect the legal profession because it's also necessary, damn it.
This is the truth, and I'd heard this before. I heard Adam Savage say it, that on a dollars that they actually save you and misery they can save you if you get a lawyer at the right time versus if you don't, it's the best deal going in professions.
I agree with that. We're almost to the point where we need to start cleaning the house. The house itself. Yeah. Exactly.
I guess I'll clean the rest of these tombstones first.
I'm also cleaning these dirty balls. And
the dangly balls.
And the rocks. Yes, because I can smell what the rocks are cooking. And they're cooking up something nasty. A bit nasty.
I think it's sad that there's all this, there's these waves of like pushback whenever, from crotchety people, whenever Halloween spreads to like new countries that it hasn't been in.
Yeah.
And it's like, why always the bad reaction to fun?
They're happy tombstones. They are. They say they spell happy.
Oh, right. Oh, okay.
That's what it is.
I see. I thought appy, Pinocchio died over here.
Appy. Look, Pinocchio, he violates all the laws of thermodynamics. He does.
Well, unless he's got a bunch of leaves still.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then he can grow wood.
You're not wrong, but you can't grow wood that fast unless it's a penis.
True, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, yep.
Unless it's that kind of wood.
Oh, you finished the gates.
Oh yeah, I finished the gates right away. Well, you went off all gallivanting around, cleaning whatever you wanted.
Well, we can clean gates anytime.
You're not wrong. And then after I jerk off onto them, they'll be the pearly gates.
Ah.
That's a bit extreme, but you know what happens on the Waffle Channel
is on the Waffle
Channel. That's just them's the rules. Them's the rules. I don't make them. I do indeed just obey and enforce them. That's how it's done. It's how it's done. Oh yeah. You're a dirty roof. You're a dirty roof, and I need to hit you with my high-powered spray. Oh yeah. That's I speak the truth. And this place was pretty fancy before it got graffitoed.
I just realized something kind of sad. With this level of filth, it means that these decorations have at least been up since last Halloween.
Yeah.
It's not festive, it's sad.
Yeah, I agree with that. Either that or these are the decorations and this is after Halloween and now we're cleaning up.
That makes sense.
Maybe somebody was like, decorate my fancy ass house as if it's some abandoned like fuck hut, and then they did, and now they need it cleaned off. That's what it is.
Because the alternative is that the witches died inside last year.
Yeah, or either that or she went like on a magical witch journey to get some, warlock dick or something like that. I don't know. Or she was searching out to get some witchussy. Either way.
Either way.
That's much happier than the story that you were telling. So yep. I prefer my story. Thank you very much.
Your story is filled with warlock dick.
Yeah. You got a fucking problem? You got a fucking problem with warlock dick? Because the warlock dick will go to war, and it will put you in a headlock because it's magic and it can move like that. It's got them warlock dick moves. Don't underestimate it.
Well, then the warlock was like, hold on a minute. Who was grabbing my ass while you were in front? And the witch was like, didn't it feel familiar?
Familiar, huh?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
I don't advocate anyone telling their cat to grab anyone's ass. These are just jokes.
I've always wondered the whole thing about, conceptually about the black cat as the familiar, right? Okay, so is it supposed to be that by giving your magic power to the cat that it gains the ability to speak? Or is it that cats can all speak, but they only speak to witches?
Well, what's weird is
what is it supposed to be?
Well, I know that, and I heard some stuff about this that refreshed my memory about this recently. Or should I say memory, because apparently rabbits were often common familiars. But one of the things that they do with the familiars, apparently, is breastfeed them with their human boobs.
But also,
milk. Yeah. What happened?
Connection time. This better not have reset. Okay, it didn't reset.
I will
can resume
rejoin
the job. It was about to be that, well, we cleaned 47% of the house. That was about to be where our cleaning adventure ended today. I'm gonna give you the code, and you're gonna come on in here. Show the code. 0423079. And I'm gonna keep cleaning as Uko returns to the Gizame, because that's the way I roll.
Join faster.
There we go.
It's downloading your dirt.
It's downloading my
what I was going to say,
squeegee marks.
I was going to say, though, that apparently I think there were also familiar cats as well, but sometimes the deal was that the witch could turn into a cat.
Yeah, I know. But
and
often there were familiar cats. That's all I'm saying.
What's really weird is that apparently,
and as they say, are you fucking shitting me, bitch?
That's not cool.
We will be back, and hopefully it will work this time. If not, then Uko is just gonna have to come in here where I am and
watch you finish it.
Do regular commentary as I finish it at half the speed I say.
All right, I think it's good.
Okay, Uko's back. Hopefully this time it won't crash us out, and I won't have to rage. Also, I'm bringing a ladder. So that we can get all up in this joint.
I was gonna say that apparently in the old country, I think it was mainly cats that people said that witches would turn into. Various old countries.
Yes.
But when witches came over here and people were accused of being witches, they would say that people were turning into deer.
Deer.
I guess because deer are plentiful. We're hunting them anyway. Okay. Let's kill some witches.
You know what the most Halloweeny deer-like animal is, right? Come on, think about the wordplay. The caribou.
That's messed up. That's really good.
Is that pretty weak?
That's pretty good.
Is that pretty fucking weak? Because
dude,
sometimes
I actually saw a thing on Reddit the other day or yesterday with this poor woman picture. Now it could have been just she took pictures of herself next to her car in her deer costume looking sad and lied to the internet. But she claimed that she hit a deer while dressed as a deer.
That's pretty fucked up, yo.
If the deer saw that shit before it died, it must have thought, who sent you? This is targeted. Yeah.
This fucking guy.
Who sent you? What did I do?
What did I do to make them humans that evil? Yeah. That's basically, for a second I thought the game was crashing, but I just pressed the wrong button. There we go. I'm cleaning. It's not a greenhouse, it's a herb house. Oh, that's just for getting high. That is herb house.
That is a grow-op, dude. Okay.
That is, did you say a drug hut?
A grow-op.
Oh yeah, well it's also a drug hut. That's what I'm calling it. It is a drug hut.
Oh, yeah.
I say that with complete and total confidence.
That's the old Hubba hideout over here. I refuse to explain that reference. You either get it or you don't.
Or you don't. Okay, I finished cleaning her Grubhub over there, and now you must be stabbed with a knife in the conservatory window or whatever the fuck. This is some Clue shit. That's all I'm saying. That's all.
I thought
we gotta wash the windows. We gotta wash the windows.
I thought the game was crashing because my whole screen changed, and it was just that I was falling.
Oh, it's a good thing in real life. You know can know when you're falling to your death, or just falling and breaking your legs.
Vestibular.
Yeah. We got a turret over here too.
I always thought there should be reality TV that covers astronauts that come home from a long space stay.
I mean, presumably the astronaut is out of the hospital now, but like one of the astronauts that just returned was hospitalized after some sort of medical thing. Yeah. They said it wasn't
wasn't life-threatening?
Life-threatening thing, whatever it was. But they were, it's weird how it's one of those things where they're like, really cagey about it from a, what's the thing where you're not allowed to see what's the law about?
Quarantine.
No. The law about not telling people about whatever's wrong with somebody else's medical information.
Oh, HIPAA.
Yeah. And it's like, the thing is, then why mention it to begin with? Why mention it to begin with?
Well, so that it then sounds like they're going, it's just fun for everyone.
Yeah.
Because it sounds like they're like, it's definitely not space pox.
And then somebody weird out is going to be like, they're keeping the truth from us about the space pox. Yeah. And then, of course, if he hadn't been killed, Tupac could have gone to space and been Space Pac. That could have.
I mean, obviously,
that could have been a thing. That could have been a thing.
Think of the ratings for that launch.
Yup.
If they sent Tupac into space,
I mean,
there's probably people.
Did
probably
they actually
think
send Tom Cruise to space, or are they still planning on doing that?
This is the first time hearing about that
for some sort of movie thing. I know they've talked about that for a long time.
I don't think he needs to go to space.
I think they're going to. I think they were planning on sending him to the ISS.
That's so. And then like film parts of a Mission Impossible movie on the ISS.
I don't know why I was doing a very James Bond kind of noise, but
I'll tell you something right now.
He better not jack it in space. I want to be the first person to jack it in space, even though I know that other people have already jacked it in space. There's no way they haven't, but
But like, I'll tell you something that'll make people think I'm a weirdo or anciently old or something. I've only ever seen the original Mission Impossible movie from the 90s. I saw that on VHS video. Never saw that in the theaters, and I've never seen any of the sequels.
Yeah, I haven't. I don't even know if I've ever seen a single
I don't think
Mission
you've seen
Impossible.
that one. Yeah, have you ever seen the original show with Leonard Nimoy and whatnot?
No,
and
I haven't seen that either.
I've seen some of that. It's pretty cool.
I didn't even know that the Moy was in it. Okay,
oh, yeah.
I did not know that.
I don't think Nimoy's in all the seasons, but he's in some of them.
Well, Leonard Nimoy, also known as the original Spock, for anyone out there who might not be aware of that, he also did, my favorite non-Star Trek thing that he did was being the narrator for Civilization 4. That was fucking legendary. That is.
Oh yeah, that's are there packs that add him into 5 and 6?
That would be pretty cool. But hearing Leonard Nimoy say, "I've got pig iron. I've got all pig iron."
It is the greatest.
It just I don't know, something about that amuses me.
I believe in his later life he was also an avid photographer and did a lot of
large nude women.
Yeah, that was his niche.
Yup. Which I can respect that.
Yeah.
I can respect that a lot.
Did you know that the network tried to cut Spock out of the show because they thought he looked like the devil, and that would mess up their ratings in like the Bible Belt?
Well, when he was like evil Spock and he had his like Spock goatee,
Yeah, you know what? I can see it.
there.
I can see it then.
He did look pretty fucking devilly there. I don't think the devil is an elf, though. Okay, I'm just saying.
Nah,
I don't think the devil is an elf. The elves are just like, I've always said this. I think elves are sex perverts, and they're just pretending so that they can get, they can get human men and women to be like, thinking that they're, managing to have an elf conquest, and the elves are all like,
they want to make the conquest.
Well, the thing is, what it is, I don't think they care about that at all. I don't think they care about any conquest element of it. I think that elves are just constantly horny, is what I'm saying. And they want humans to believe that they're, all like icy and not into carnal things.
They're playing hard to carnal.
Yes, exactly.
So they can get more human ussy.
Or human dick, either way.
Exactly. This makes sense.
That's
I'm going to go
saying.
with that as my theory.
And I also believe that elven genitalia tastes like honey.
Or cinnamon.
Yeah.
Hey, remember...
for the season, it tastes like pumpkin spice.
Candy corn.
No, pumpkin spice. Pumpkin spice. And they squirt pumpkin spice latte. That's what it is. That's what it is. This is going a weird direction, okay? A weird direction. And I like it.
I will also tell you that, like, along with my preference for candy corn, which some people don't agree with.
Some people, including me. Candy corn is mislabeled glue. That's what it is.
Mucilage.
It's mislabeled glue. I say that with complete and total confidence. Or it's what they've chosen to do with all of that horse-based glue that no one wants anymore.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You're eating glue, horse glue. That's what it is. You have a problem with that?
No. Gotta eat something.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. Okay, I'm moving the Gigundo thing to clean the spire better. Come on.
I'm moving a ladder up here to the chimney.
Okay, well, we can work with that. What you just said there. I'm not gonna like fall for your bait with your chimney bullshit.
I did say it to see what you would do.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not falling for it. It's you can say what you want. That's cool.
See, you did diffuse it because I was just gonna keep saying it, and then it was gonna be the Family Guy, Stewie and Brian bit where it's like
Cool Whip
chimney. I'm cleaning the chimney. I'm like a chimney. I'm a chimney sweep. See, those jokes really write themselves once you have the pattern down.
Exactly.
I'm being a chimney sweep.
I mean, it's one of those things where, if you're living in England or if you're visiting England, remember that there's a vague possibility that somewhere near you, if you're in an old ass building, that there might be a situation where a child chimney sweep.
Wait, we talked about this during the last time we played this.
But may have died and then gotten stuck inside of a chimney. And
they just left him there.
Rather than going to the trouble of having to try to fish the child out, maybe even while the child is still alive, they're just like, okay, before he starts to smell, let's just brick that shit up. And occasionally people, when they're, renovating things or fixing a old ass building in England, they'll find that shit.
Like a skeleton like a skeleton with an adorable little hat falls out.
Adorable little flat cap. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Or more to the point, the flat cap is full size, but it's got an adorable little skull in it. Yeah.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
That's fucked up. That's
it's so screwed up.
As Simon Whistler says, the past was the worst. So was the present, though.
Yeah, the past needs to go to jail. It's not cool.
The past needs to not have any not pass go.
Do
on
not
its way to
collect
jail.
200 farthings or...
Yep, or halfpennies or whatever the fuck.
Uh-huh. Or sovereigns
I don't
or
understand
whatever.
the idea of a halfpenny. Okay, I'm sorry. It's just
Well, it's before... It's before anyone had used the word inflation, because these motherfuckers was using half pennies.
yeah, I know. It's like,
That's crazy.
what's the point? What's the point in having a smallest unit of currency if then you're like, well,
I'll have half of that. How
Yeah,
whatever
yeah.
it is, get two of it, motherfucker.
you know,
How about that? You're gonna need another one.
sometimes when I'm playing this game, I always just turn on the thing that makes it where it never stops spraying, like
Yeah, I
right
do that
clicking
too.
or whatever the fuck. And I wonder, I don't, actually, for some reason right now, can't remember what button it is that I press to do that.
It's right click.
Yeah. But I always kind of hope that there's someone out there
Oh,
who's
with
a
real
viewer
power washing.
who's never played this game
Oh, and hates
and
it.
no, and thinks that I've been holding down the button like nonstop for 45, 50 minutes just to give myself carpal tunnel. That's what I like to think, is that someone out there is
you've burst
worried
that
about
bubble.
that. Yeah, I know, but it's still something I like to think about.
I'll actually tell you, I've been playing in my own time up to the point where we are in Angerfoot. And because I guess I just want carpal tunnel. I like kicking more than I like having normal wrists. I bound Angerfoot's kick to left click and just hold it down. So it's exactly what you're talking about.
Because to borrow from that George Takei thing in Command and Conquer Red Alert, you are made of stupid.
I should eventually play those games.
Yeah, I've never actually played more than a little bit of any Command and Conquer.
What is it, Westwood Studios that made that?
Yes.
See, I played the
They also
Westwood
made a Dune
Studios.
game.
Yeah, I played that. I played the Westwood Studios.
I mean, I'm pretty sure the Dune game is just essentially a total conversion of yeah.
Yep. Although they added spice mechanics and whatnot. So
Well,
who knows?
because spice
must flow.
must flow. I've still never watched the Dune movie or read the Dune book, because I'm okay. You see, I'm always telling Uko to read books and play games, and he I'll be
I do it slowly,
hey,
yeah.
play Ghost of Tsushima. I bought it on Steam so you could play it, and then he's like, I'm gonna go
Play Angerfoot. Yeah.
play some game that I bought 500 years ago. It just
Yeah. What was it that I played instead?
Dome Keeper, I
Oh
believe.
yeah, I played Domekeeper for
Yeah.
like 70 hours instead.
Yep.
I still don't have all the achievements. It's ridiculous. That game, the game is cool, but there's a lot of
And then
achievements
I'm like,
and they're hard.
oh, if you like that kind of game, you should play The Binding of Isaac. And he's like, then I want to go play farting
Superland.
guy who propels himself forward through shitting or whatever.
Oh, you mean Human Rocket Person?
Yes, Human Rocket Person.
There's
That's
a rage game called Human Rocket Person. I got it for 69 cents in a Steam sale, and it's a guy he's on a pogo stick, but mainly he keeps himself in the air through forcefully crapping.
I mean, I want to play.
It's fun for the whole family.
I want to play that Sisyphus game and that a game about climbing game.
Dude, I got the game about climbing game on the last Steam sale. It is so hard. We need to play it on the channel, okay? We need you to experience the hardness.
And one of these days, I want to actually make a real attempt at playing Jump King. That would be
Jump King. Oh man, I thought I was gonna, as the British say, get on with Jump King. Oh, Jump King. Jump King is the only one of those rage games that actually made me rage. Because I don't really understand how you are supposed to make the jumps consistent.
I think there's a certain degree of randomness to it, which is
Is
why
there really?
it can't be really tasked or something. At least that's what I've heard. I could be entirely wrong about that. But yeah. So,
See, that's what I
beware
think,
the king
and
of
this is
jumps.
where this is where Bennett Foddy has the correct way of doing it. The guy who made
Getting Over It.
Getting Over It is his rage games are entirely deterministic. You have to fuck up. It will be your fault. You have no one to blame but yourself when you plummet.
Speaking of, since we're getting near the end of this cleaning this house. Speaking of games, Halloween games, okay? I have been enjoying the shit out of Silent Hill 2.
Yeah, oh my God.
I somehow thought that I wouldn't enjoy it as much as I am. It's fucking dope.
Yeah, it's so good. You know what it is? It's like I've said before, and I'll keep saying this as long as they make horror games, and good ones and bad ones, that it's exactly the right amount of complexity for the puzzles mixed with the complexity of like the ass beating that you
And it's like sometimes violence, sometimes no violence.
Exactly.
I was also amused when the other day, when like for various reasons, like I hadn't slept a lot, that kind of thing, and somebody in the comments said, which one of you gave the controller to a dog at the very end of the video?
Oh my
like,
God.
God damn. I mean, it's true, but that don't mean you gotta say it.
That is the harshest. Speaking of horror games, somebody was saying in the comments that we should really finish Manhunt.
Yes.
We should do that.
And I mean, there's also a game that I have never played, which is Manhunt 2.
Okay, so, we're doing that. We're doing that. Ain't no reason not to. We're going to add it to the for sure do this soon list. You know what else I've been really enjoying is
also one of these days I want to finish like the Postal first-person retro game shooter game. I want to do that as well. I know it's been years.
Well, I got like a thing about not finishing that game on my computer.
I've been sort of this is but before we talk about anything else like that, because we're almost at the end of the thing, I've been thinking about maybe turning on channel memberships so that people could, channel membership us and give us money. And one of the things I was thinking about doing is, if it's possible, then maybe people who are channel members could vote for games for us to bring back from the dead.
Dude, that's genius.
That's one of the things I was thinking.
Yeah, that'll be on the ballot.
Yup, and we'd pick which games would be available, because there are going to be some games always where we're like, we stopped playing that because either we hated it,
hardware reasons, or like something's wrong.
Either we hated it or we hated recording it.
Exactly.
And it's a weird thing if you've never done any sort of YouTube anything. There are things that you may really like that you hate when you're doing it for the tubes. That's just like a reality of YouTubing.
Yeah, and I think what it is that there are sometimes there are things that you find relaxing in your normal life. We didn't finish cleaning these pumpkins.
Which pumpkins? Where are they? Where are they?
Over here by the pumpkin hut.
I am going to clean the dirt out of the pumpkin. Where is it?
Like some things are relaxing in your normal life, but you find them very stressful when you do them for content.
I agree with that.
And some things aren't. This is still relaxing.
Yeah, this is relaxing in both scenarios. Okay, one of these signs is still dirty. Yeah, you've been a dirty sign, and I'm gonna punish you with my stream.
Is it legal to sell ad space on your own tombstone?
I mean, look, it's your final resting place. You should be able to do whatever the fuck you want with it.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, I can understand if it was like people were like, I don't want you advertising near my tombstone. But then as long as you, buy like a private area or something and advertise with it, that's fine.
If you want to get quality tombstone cleaning products for your lost loved ones, go to Pop Shelf. We are not sponsored by Pop Shelf.
I don't even know what a Pop Shelf is, bro.
It's some kind of retail thing, and every time I see an ad for it, here goes the sponsorship. We're not getting it. I think it says Poop Shelf every freaking time. And now you will too.
I can see that. I can see that.
Poop Shelf.
I always see the ads about Wix or whatever for websites, and obviously Squarespace.
One of the stools, I saw it.
I don't know how so many people are still needing Squarespace. Like, you would think that they would have heard about it and gotten it if they needed it. That's all I'm saying.
Look, it is what it's one of the thin pieces of material that holds the internet up.
Yep. It's just, you would think that they would have reached maximum
Saturation.
Squarespace saturation, complete global saturation.
You would have thought they would have to expand into cube space.
Yeah,
I
saw something on this window and window frame are still a bit dirty, and we've got to be getting pretty close to completing
what's left
house
over here
at this point.
We got house
we got a little
pillars.
bit right here that I see.
There's still one of the Halloween signs, apparently. Oh, they're called signs in the game.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you were searching in your brain for the word tombstone and came up with sign.
No,
and it's like signs. It's like you're not wrong. It is a sign that says this person is dead here.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Okay, the door handle is dirty. Or it was dirty.
Remember, cemeteries for the most part are not permanent. Eventually they I guess throw all the bodies away.
Well, as James Petrogallo from Small Town Murder says, he says that as far as he's concerned, people could just roll his corpse into a forest when he's dead. So
isn't that what Diogenes wanted? Is for his body to be put in the forest so that animals could feast upon it?
I don't know, but I mean, it's not a bad thought.
Yeah, do what they do if the cartels get you, they cover your body in peanut butter so animals are drawn to it and eat it more.
Eject my body into space and scream like a Klingon.
Oh hell yeah!
That's
what I'm talking about.
That's all I'm saying. Eject it into space and then scream like a maniac.
I'm into it.
That's what you do when you're an insane Klingon.
I'm going to do that.
Okay.
For everybody.
Whatever a dormer, roof, window frames, and eaves are definitely. Look, we were just talking about Michael Dorn because he was a Klingon. Yeah. So now we got to clean the dormer roof. I know these things are
the word dormer.
I know these things are dormers. I just don't know why they're dormers, okay? I just don't know why.
I know it's related to...
Okay, we don't have much left now.
I know it's related to dormitory and domicile.
Yeah, I know. The old
but I'm not
dormicile.
Sure exactly what it
dormicile, I say. Okay, we got eaves. Where are the eaves?
They're like
No, I'm saying where are they? Is what I'm saying.
In some of the windows, I guess.
Yeah, I know. You would think that would be the case, but I don't know where they are in this particular situation. Yeah. Huh.
This is going to take... See, the last 1% always takes as much as like the last 20%.
Yeah. And also, where's the house small trim? I mean, I know what trim is. Okay. I see one of the eaves.
Where's the eaves?
Right here where I am. It's the things on the, sort of like the...
Oh, those eaves.
Yeah. Okay, where's the small trim? Where's the small trim? I want it. I need it. I mean, I know what trim is, too.
Yeah, I was about to say. I'm always afraid the game's going to crash at this late stage.
Yeah, well, we'd just call it done if that was the case.
At that point.
We wouldn't redo the whole thing like a maniac. We would not do that.
Up out of your mind.
Okay. It's the bottom trim. Is what it's going to be talking about.
Okay, I'll go from this side.
So everything has been large. So here's a small trim.
Here's one.
Nice.
We double trimmed that.
let's go. First of all, get over here and stand on a pumpkin on this pumpkin.
Okay,
it's cool.
I accidentally.
Cool.
I'm still here.
I just want you to stand on the pumpkin. For a screenshot,
like a thumbnail.
For a thumbnail, exactly. Or I can stand on it and you can.
I can screenshot it.
Either way. Look, we're doing like business from the backside and the front here. That's what we're doing. Okay, it sounds more sexual than I intended, but
I'm taking screenshots.
yes, take the
there
screenshots.
We go.
Okay, and now
yeah.
we shall witness the speed cleaning. REO speed cleaning. REO speed swagging. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That was a dirty house, and now it's sparkling. Anyway, we're going to stop here. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that schmexy thumbs up button. Make sure you ring the bell to keep getting notified of delicious waffle content. Waffle Bros signing out.